Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Glad to have you with us from Colorado Springs, Colorado, and home to the Air Force Falcons. As we'll see a team from the American, the Army Black Knights, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Air Force Falcons. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Falcons will kick it away to start. Fielded in the end zone. It's Fortner. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Army Black Knights offense takes the field to start this game off. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get all the quotes, all the people talking about, all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And he is stuffed. And I think the reason he's stuffed there is, think about it, the only time you really give the ball to the fullback is short yardage situations. The defense knew it was coming, played it fast, played it physical, and stopped him for a big loss.
And the Black Knights will punt this one away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. The Falcons offense will go to work for the first time today. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Give to the fullback. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
And, David, this is where I think you could have excelled. You're a great defensive end. There's other positions you could have played. Fullback, I know, being one of them. How about that guy there picking up the first?
That's a nice job. Don't make this hard. Don't make it overly complex. We've seen the big fellas block all the time. Give him a bone, reward him. Now he'll block harder and he'll block longer in the future.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. He'll take it himself. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I love fullbacks that can catch the football. These guys aren't just blockers. They're not just smash-mouth players, but these guys, they've got some finesse to their game and some soft hands to go with it.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative.
He just has a nose for those little crevices to be able to find space, and he picks up the first down. The Falcons are on the move. On the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They're dealing with a second and long. Goes to the option. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Sends it back in motion. Johnson looking to throw. Unloads to the right. Touchdown Air Force! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They march the ball 51 yards for the score. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Benson. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Give to the big fullback. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. The option look. He'll pitch it. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Sticks it in his belly. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. On the run, still looking. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. With the catch, it's Fortner. The Black Knights want to crank the tempo. Looking to pass, it's Coleman. He's moving out of the pocket. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession? They'll rush to the line, clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking to throw on first down. And they bring him down quickly, but a good gain there. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Air Force has it back, and the Falcon offense returns to the field. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Motion from the back. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got a little space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a first down.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Falcons now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quarterback keeps it. Got room to work. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
And the third down pass is incomplete.
That is the exact energy they talked about at halftime, like coming out with right now for this defense. You're trailing, but it's a close game. It's a one-possession game. Come out and set the tone. That's exactly what they did, forcing the punt on the first drive.
And the Black Knights decide to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. And the returner will be dragged down. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
And here comes the offense on second down. Using his feet. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball is coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The loudest jet you can think of has nothing on this crowd as they try to help the Falcons on third down. Looking for a man. It's Coleman. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. On the option. He'll toss it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
Well, guys, Air Force has the lead here. They've done the work to build a nice cushion now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So first down will open up the final period. Rides to back and leads it. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He'll ride his man on the option. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The kick is on its way. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Falcons trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Happy with the situation, the quarterback will take a knee. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident, and David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.